the next day, everybody awakens back at the Inn of the Blue Wormling. And you all are taking your breakfast, and Khalil looks very much rejuvenated.
Orphan raised an eyebrow.
Zook just goes, Khalil, what the hell?
Long story. Actually, not very
Seems
long,
like
but
it might
still.
be worth telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Alright, let me look at my spell list real quick.
Wait a second, you have a spell list now?
I have a spell list now.
You have a spell list? What did you do?
You didn't go see Nal Kantar, did you?
No, I didn't.
We have a demon in the end. We should probably blame him first.
Oh shit, I bet it was. I bet it was that guy.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, did you make
him.
a deal with the demon?
No,
Listen, what if we told you about making a deal with demons?
I did not make a deal with the demon.
Did you
We
make a deal
lost
with
a
a
valuable
demon?
party member because we weren't willing to make a deal with a demon.
I did not make a deal with the demon.
Did you make a
Tarin's
deal with
looking at
a
him.
demon?
No. Tarin is just looking at him without saying anything.
Tarin, did he make a deal with a demon? You're the
Tarin continues
expert
to eat his
here.
breakfast.
God damn it.
Khalil eats as well. I have a material. I do have a material component requirement though. That I'm gonna have to.
You have material components now?
What?
You mean
Yeah,
like a sword, right?
No, not quite. That would be a. I believe it's a thingy. Hang on 1 second.
Did you at least make a deal with a demon that allows you a spell focus?
Seriously, did you make a deal with the demon? Like,
No, wait,
No,
this is more
I did
important.
not.
Like, you're not carrying around bat guano, right?
No.
Because I will not hold with any party member carrying around bat guano.
No.
Tarin's laughing out loud at this.
No,
also,
nothing nearly so disgusting.
Khalil, is anything that related to you being suddenly younger going to make me hate you later?
Not unless you have issues with if.
Yeah.
Is there a demon?
If?
Oh.
You mean the dragon?
Yeah.
did you make a deal with the dragon?
Wait,
I
I'm
never
more
lied.
okay with that. Like, that seems fine.
I never lied to you. Okay, timeout, Brick. Question.
Yeah.
I do have the that a draconic breath weapon attack.
Yeah.
In the racial stat block for Dragonborn, I believe it scales by level,
It does.
by character level or class level.
Class level. Because it's not a racial feature for you, it's a class feature.
Okay, I was just making sure.
So
I
you
didn't
use it
wanna-
as a level 1 warlock. We covered this last week. You don't pay attention. Nodal, slap McDohl for me. Just
I can't.
reach across
I'm-
the internet and give him a love tap.
I haven't
You're-
gotten that far.
you're the closest now. You have to slap him. It's
That's
no
the
longer my
rule, yeah.
responsibility.
So, hold on.
God, that was such a far reach.
So, what, Khalil, just out with it. What did you do?
I made a deal with if.
And what does the deal say?
As long as
You sound unsure. You do know what deal you made, right?
yeah, no. This is Adam trying to reparse everything that happened last week.
Well, I mean, you didn't read the contract, so it was written in Draconic.
Yeah, I know.
What Ashitiru told you was that if you were to defend Ith with your life, you would taste more and more of his power over time. These warlock powers would come to grow.
Yeah, and Lil explained that much to him.
Does this conflict with our whole killing the ribs of Ith thing we're working
I'm not a
on?
rib of if.
Sounds like you're a rib of Ith. You're at the very least a toenail of Ith now.
Thank you.
So
I mean,
you're not gonna be. we're not gonna all get together to kill that guy, and you're just gonna be summoned in, right? Because
No, as long as you don't attack Ith himself.
all right, let's be clear. Let's be clear here. Does anyone give a shit about killing Ith?
Orphan shakes her head.
I think
None at all.
wasn't the goal just the necromancer?
Gendry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, again, we are also working to some degree under the assumption that Ith has been controlled by Gendrid, so...
So, if we get there and Ith turns out to be the real asshole, and Gindred's not the real asshole...
Not my problem.
Then our alliance is at an end.
Oh, good. Zook just kind of throws up his hands and goes back to eating his breakfast.
Tarin shakes his head.
I'm hoping by that point we'll have the means at our disposal to take care of a level 1 warlock. Just to be clear, though, for the rest of you, in the future, construct me before making deals with dragons, and Tarin before making deals with demons. I thought that we were clear about that.
I mean, for what it's worth, I would generally advise against making deals with demons, but there are other entities. I know their names if you're interested, Eldove.
Not particularly.
Aren't we all here because
Here's a
we made
little
deal with the demon?
flesh-covered book.
So, Khalil, other than having your boyish good looks back, what did this deal get you?
Magic, apparently.
Can you shoot fire now?
Arik says as he goes
No.
upstairs to his room.
You might have joined the club. Eldove high fives, Orphan.
She returns it.
Zook just kind of sheepishly looks at his bracelet of fireball.
That doesn't count.
Aw.
Alright, now, Khalil.
I don't quite understand my abilities as of yet, but
It'll take a little.
they're here. They're up in here somewhere.
Khalil,
Yeah.
here are the spellcasting rules you're going to need to keep in mind. To cast spells with a verbal component, you need to be able to talk. Cast spells
Yep,
with a
I got
somatic
it.
component, you need to be able to move. To cast
Yep.
spells with a material component, you need to 1, have the material component, and 2, have a free hand.
Yep.
So if you have sword and shield, you cannot cast a material spell.
Really? Because we've been doing that explicitly that I could use my shield hand for it. Like, we
I thought
brought
that-
that
Yeah,
up.
but your
'Cause you
sword
have a-
is your component.
you have a
is your
buckler.
opponent.
Right.
You had a buckler strapped to your arm. Khalil's holding a shield in his hand because he's got that adamantine shield. You shouldn't have been able to do that either because you've also replaced your shield sense with the drow shield, as I recall.
But he can dismiss his sword in an instant and bring it back.
No,
right?
he can't. He can dismiss
It's
his
an
sword
action,
as an
right?
action.
Oh, so we've been doing that wrong, basically.
Well, it's also an action to sheath it, or it's not an action to sheath it, so it's
Right,
just
you
fiddly.
can stash your sword without using an action and pull out
okay.
your spell focus or component punch or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
from-
Basic.
From round to
Basically, the
round, it
idea-
might have make a difference. Is why I'm noting it to Cleo because he's never played a spellcaster in this version before.
Basically, the
Yeah.
idea is you can't both put it away and take it out in the same turn. So you need to either put it away and then not have it during the reaction round, or take it out and then have it.
Gotcha.
Essentially, yeah.
The spell that I have, I need not necessarily cast it in the heat of battle.
Okay.
I can precast it, and that would not be as much of a problem.
Alright.
What
We'll
kind of
jump off
components
that
are we
bridge when
talking
we
about
get to
here?
it.
The petrified I'd have a newt.
God damn it, Khalil.
Now, did Khalil take any steps to procure any of these materials?
Not yet.
This is just
because we
next morning.
Woke up. This is the day after, dude.
So,
Like
what's the plan from here?
pregnancy test, man. I haven't even gotten the pregnancy test.
I think
yet.
we can get him the Eye of Newt. Well, we're getting what's his name, the chain shirt.
What
Okay.
spell is that for?
Hex.
Weren't there
X.
You
plenty
can do. I have an entire jar full of them.
Well,
besides, weren't there plenty of spell components in the hut somewhere?
Oh yeah, but you didn't take any.
No, but I'm saying that since we're going back in there.
Wait, where does Tarin have an entire jar of Eye of Newt? Oh, he's got a component pouch.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you have the hex spell? You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got Eye of Newt. But
So
are
I
you
used hit
are you
dice.
going to let Khalil invade your precious stash of petrified Eye of Newt?
No, I'm just saying, I have an entire jar, I can loan him
I
some.
mean, it takes hours to hunt down the newts and get them petrified, and then gouge their little eyes out. And this is an all-day affair.
Wait, do you petrify their eyes while they're still in their head, or do you have to pry them out and then petrify them? I'm very confused.
I've tried both, they both seem to work equally well. I would recommend petrifying the entire thing, though, it's less grisly.
Here's my
Again,
question:
just-
is can you just petrify the newt and then keep the newt, and then like the eyeballs disappear, or?
I've never tried.
Zook just shakes his head and is like, spellcasters.
Hey,
He
I
says
have
with the chain
I have
tattoos.
a perfectly hygienic ring.
Hey, I'm pretty sure my tattoos are more like a curse
Okay.
and less like I have to carry around petrified Dragon Balls or whatever.
Oh, dude, you don't even want to see the spells that you can cast from Petrified Dragon Balls.
So over the course of the day, some or all of you teleport out to Kiska in order to procure change shirt for Daniel. You outfit him with one of your +1 glaives. And Khalil, make note of how many Eyes of Newt you have.
Okay, I need to first see how much a spell component pouch is.
Yeah, like once you get a spell component pouch, isn't that
Yeah, it
minor
does.
enough
But
that
he
it's
doesn't.
just
He doesn't
like-
have one yet. If you don't
I
have it,
didn't start it.
if you don't have
I
a
didn't start
component
with
pouch,
it.
you actually have to have the materials.
Oh, okay.
And actually, most classes that aren't pure spellcasters don't get a component pouch. Like at any of their starting gear.
Yeah, like I had to
Fine.
find the piece of felt or whatever I needed for Minor Illusion way back in the day.
Alright, so 5 silver for a pouch.
Who fronted the cost for Daniel's shirt? And did you?
Oh, we took
deduct
that
it?
out of party loot
Took it out
already.
Okay.
Yeah, we took it off a while ago.
Cool.
How is our ship doing?
Nobody's asked for a while.
I feel like we should check in on our ship.
No, we were just on it, like, however long
Eh.
it took to hike. How long? It took like a week
It was like
to
3
hike.
days ago.
Yeah, we were on it very recently.
Yeah, even though it's been like a month for us, it was actually like 3 days ago in game.
Yeah.
Salute.
All right.
It's probably in the process of coming back here, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you get Daniel outfitted. Plan is to go back and attack the hut again. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Do we
That
have
sounds
any
like the plan.
preparations we want to do before going back in, or are we just diving back in? I mean, I've still got.
Is there
Okay.
anything else we want to ask questions about?
Anyone else want to make a dark pact with a cult god?
No, no one wants to do that.
No, I'm good, thanks.
It's probably no more than
Actually,
I'm
Um,
fine
a
at the
god
moment.
at the
At-
most.
at breakfast the next morning, I'm assuming Questrix has a. Does Questrix have a hangover? How is he doing?
Questrix isn't at breakfast with you guys the next morning. He'll be back at the inn.
If I go check, if I go into
Aren't
the
we
inn,
eating in breakfast at the inn?
I wouldn't imagine
Yes.
so. I'd imagine you'd be eating at your tower. Otherwise, Daniel overheard this whole nonsense about Khalil making deals with demons and whatnot. He's going to have a thing or two to say.
yeah, let's not do that. Let's not have that conversation out in the open. But I am curious if, now that he's had a night to drink and decompress, if how Questrix is feeling.
What time of day do you go to check on him?
Well, let's say because Zook probably would have stayed behind because from Kiska. I had no reason to go to Kiska today.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe around lunchtime, maybe around noon. See if he's popping around the inn.
He's asleep.
All right. I mean, later in the day for dinner. Well, I don't know. Are you guys coming back the same day, or would this be the next morning?
I imagine they would come back the same day because
Yeah, I don't think it'll take us that long.
All right. Well, whatever. Unless anyone has some. I just was gonna talk to him, but
what did you want to ask him?
if there's anything that he thought of, now that he's had a night to kind of clear his head, that maybe he overlooked in his fit of drink last night when he was drunkenly drawing triangles on a table.
Oh no, the triangles are actually very important, and you should have paid attention.
Oh no, we paid attention to that.
No, you're not going to get any more out of Questrix that way. If you have specific questions you want to ask him about things, he might be able to shed more light on specifics, but as far as I'm concerned, he has shared all the info that he has.
Nodal, you feel pretty good about these notes you rewrote on the Nox, hey?
The notes I rewrote on the Nox, yeah. Anything that isn't in those. I didn't write those.
I don't totally understand all the stuff about the triangles he was telling us about, but I'm hoping that Tarin did.
It's fairly simple.
The Nox are good. Like, the Nox are solid. We're good on the Nox.
Okay.
So
in theory,
when do
we
you
should be able to
depart
go
for the
wherever we
hut?
want. Oh, there is one thing I want to. Well, the thing that I was hoping Questrix would know is there a way to go to where you want in a door? Because we've seen some of them have multiple destinations.
That is a good question. Does the trick of expecting to go somewhere work?
No. Yeah. When you go from level 1 to level 2, you arrive at a random location in level 2.
And there's no way to have any control over that.
Not the Questrix is aware of.
Okay.
Specifically with regard to the hallucination room, since we've been bringing up where we wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
That in that room, we left from the same door and got to different places. Is there anything that standardizes that? Because that was just within a level.
Questrix does not know the actual workings of the hallucination room.
And we have, I'm just refreshing my memory, we got that chicken bone, that chicken foot, that is a teleportation, like it allows teleportation within the hut.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that, you could specify a specific room you wanted to teleport to, regardless of level, as long as you've seen the room before. Otherwise, it would be like teleporting to an unfamiliar place.
So in theory, we could walk in the front door of the hut, use the chicken bone to teleport directly to what's-his-name's armor.
And to be clear, the chicken bone does not allow you to teleport. What the chicken bone does is remove restrictions on the teleport spells. Somebody still has to cast the spell.
Right. Yeah. That's what. So that was going to be my question: is how much teleportation can we do, and do we want to try to do?
Very little, because I want to always have one teleport to leave, and it takes one teleport to get there.
Right.
I can try getting us there.
That would be.
Wait, by what method?
Well, we go into a demo plane, we join hands, and I plane shift us all back.
I don't think we have any
material.
reason. I don't think we have any reason to believe that the chicken foot works with demi-planes. It's
well, no, I'm not. But I'm just bringing us back to the material plane where the hut is. I'm not bringing us inside the hut. I'm saying to get there in the first place. This is how I normally travel. Turn sort of shrugs.
When you say when you normally travel, like how often do you test this?
I mean, I've done it dozens of times at this point. It's much easier now that you don't have to deal with the ethereal realm.
I'm not totally comfortable with your normal.
How about we do a test, and I'll go with you, and worst comes to worst, I can teleport us back to the hut, and we'll go.
I can only do this once a day, though. So if you want to test it, we'll have to actually go tomorrow.
Well, we can. We didn't do it to get to Kiska, so we can do it the same day that we go to Kiska.
Okay. Yeah.
Like that evening.
So Tarin's going to use his demi-plane trick to get you from Kiska back home, and then take a long rest back home to get the charges back.
Oh, I don't even need to use. I have a demo plane. Well, I'd have to open the door though. So yeah.
Like I can bring everyone else back home who went to Kiska with a teleportation circle.
Because I'm going to be clear on the demi-plane. My read of the spell is that all the spell does is open the door. That's it.
Right. Yeah. So
if you open the door and go in and wait for the door to disappear, you're stuck there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware of that.
Okay. So yeah, you go ahead and pop the door in an alleyway in Kiska, and it opens up into your demi-plane. And you walk in, and 50 Shades of Sand is laying on the ground.
Alright, and then we join hands, and then I cast Plane Shift targeting the inn.
And you arrive back at the inn.
I just kind of shrug, like, I've been doing this for months, Eldove.
Alright. Well, this seems reasonable. Yeah, let's try that.
I can plane shift 8 people, and my resources are completely worthless inside the hut because it messes with all my interdimensional magic.
So that'll get us from the hut back to the blue wormling. Is that the idea?
No, that'll get us to the hut.
That'll get us to the hut.
Or it can get us back to the hut.
Eldove can take us back to the...
Yeah.
Either way works. Like, either way is the same.
And then how many charges of teleport do you have?
Okay.
Eldove, normally.
So our current means of getting both to and back from the hut are, I can cast a teleportation circle to get back from the hut. That's a level 5 spell.
Fred can do that as well.
Who can?
Sorry,
Fred.
Okay, so yeah, that can get us back from... Oh, if Fred can do it, we might end up using his. But either way, I have 2 level 5s and 1 level 6 that I can use that with. Although my level 6 is also useful for other things.
Okay.
Then I have a level 7 spell, which is Teleport, that can get us to the hut. And around inside the hut. I have a 1 level 7 and 1 level 8 charge.
Okay.
So it sounds like we want Fred to handle the job of teleporting.
Well, Fred can't get us there because there's no circle there.
And Fred
But
can't
then-
get us around inside the hut either, because that
But then
requires
you-
using Teleport.
But then you don't have to save that one last charge, as long as Fred has one.
No, he does because there's no circle for Fred. Doesn't have the chicken feet, and Fred also doesn't have a circle to teleport back to.
And also takes...
A minute.
Well,
Yeah.
he can teleport back easily.
Not
He
from
can
inside the
learn
hut.
the circle here.
Inside the
Right.
hut, teleportation circle will not
Right, but I
function.
can't teleport back from inside the
Right.
hut.
Well, I mean more as an emergency. Like the reason you want to always have a teleport is if we're in really bad shape,
Yeah,
and that 1 minute casting time doesn't sit well with that.
Right.
exactly.
Okay. So what
And
I'm
also,
hearing is
teleportation circle also uses a small amount of money, but with the amount that we make in party loot, I've just been like deducting that and getting the inks every time we go to Kiska.
So what I'm hearing is save the teleportation for emergency. Let's try to get around the old-fashioned way until we need to teleport.
Right. I think
Okay,
that's a good plan.
fair enough.
So we're getting to the hut with demiplane this time?
Well, gotta wait. We have to take a long rest before we do that again. But
That's
yeah.
fine. You can just depart
First
the
thing
next
in the
day.
morning.
Yep.
So when you arrive at the hut, Tarin is down demiplane and plane shift. And that's
Yep.
it.
And we're outside the circle.
I've marked those off.
You all arrive outside of the skull fence.
That is an important bit. We're outside the skull fence.
By the way, I'm not super concerned about the cat, so I've cast the ritual to turn my thing back into an owl.
Okay.
Being able to fly seems useful.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like it usually is.
And Taryn just sort of looks at Orphan. See, this is how I get around. You don't have to deal with the ethereal plane anymore. Believe me, when that was part of the equation, it was much worse.
The ethereals were the horrible worm creatures were, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Don't want to hear anything about that. And I come over here to the skull fence,
Okay.
and I step inside and then chant the incantation that will let us in.
And it happens. The door of the hut opens up. The skulls settle back down.
Alright. Y'all go in?
In we go. All right.
You
So
arrive inside the hut. Why are all these here?
that's a good question.
That's bizarre.
You tell me.
I was
Okay,
wondering.
that's less worrying.
Yeah, for a second I thought we were fucked.
I was like, oh fuck.
So here's the thing: if we're not going to teleport, if we're not going to zip right to a room to start, we got to deal with this acid well bullshit again.
You just slide
Yeah.
down the rope.
We've solved the acid wall problem. It's
Alright.
like
Orphan, you go down last. Remember?
Yeah, she nods.
Okay.
So we've got two NPCs along with us this time.
Yep. You have
We
Daniel
sure
and
do.
Fred.
We'll just throw a rope down again and shimmy down it real quick.
Okay, who's going first?
Taryn
Same
will
way
go
as
first.
usual.
And Taryn will make the athletics check to do it recklessly.
All right. Throw it.
Fell on his ass last time.
That's pretty high. That's a 20.
Okay, you get down through the door.
And this time I adjust for gravity before I go through, so I land on my feet.
Khalil will go next. Going down like a boss. And yeah, it's 26. So Khalil matches.
Like a boss.
I'll do it next.
Okay, fast or slow?
Slow.
All right, roll a con save.
Off the table.
That's fine.
There it is.
That's the 16.
4 acid damage.
All right,
Oh,
Zook-
the mouse over is different. They changed it. They made it
yeah, I realized what you guys were talking about. That is cool.
Zook, going
Alright,
fast or
Zook.
slow?
Slow. That'll be a... What's my con? That's a 13 con.
2 acid damage.
2?
2.
Okay.
And Eric's got to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Eric's gonna fall on his ass.
You know
You
it.
betcha.
Yikes.
You betcha.
Oh, he fell on his ass, did he?
He sure
Yep.
did.
How bad did you fail it?
It is a total of 9.
Total of 9. Ooh, I gotta open the calculator.
Uh-oh. This is a good start.
Yep, we're
I
off to a
should have
great
just
start.
taken the acid damage. I've
21 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Arik tries to slide down the rope and loses grip on it and can't get it back and loses it entirely, and he crashes with a loud clatter to the ground.
Every time. He has not learned. Every
Holds
single
onto his
time.
feet
Who's
and
next?
dusts him off.
Fred and Daniel both made it down just fine.
Bless you.
They're good.
Alright, then Orphan jumps down last.
Take the rope with her, or leave the rope tied up top.
I forget what our protocol is.
You bring the rope with you.
Yeah, you grab the rope and run down with it.
Because otherwise it's going to
Orphan shows up without the rope. We're just like Orphan.
Go back up
You
there.
had one job.
Okay, and she goes back up and she gets the rope. This is Orphan's favorite part of this thing.
Alright, you all
Oh,
arrive
that's right. That's why I haven't been putting sorcery points down, because they just disappear.
back
Yeah.
in the kitchen, and all your bodies are hanging again on the meat hooks.
Is Daniel and Fred here too?
Oh yeah.
Give the meat hooks a middle finger. Khalil is not trucking with any of this nonsense anymore. Oh hey, our
All of a
dudes are
sudden
here
he's
already.
a warlock and he's a badass.
Yeah, Zook walks over to the new into Daniels and pokes it so it'll go away. Just say it's an illusion.
He
Wait,
knows.
he knows.
He's been here before.
Oh,
He
no,
probably knows this.
never mind. Scratch that. Zook doesn't do
I
shit.
know knowledge unknown to mere mortals.
Orphan's going to say, should we try and figure out the switch to this furnace? Because it would let us travel deeper in without having to go through Baba Yaga's throne room.
I was just gonna say the same
Good
thing.
point.
Okay.
Good point.
I'll
Sure.
examine the furnace again.
Okay. What are you
On the
examining?
inside. The inside.
And it looks the same as it did last time. Just the burning red dragon fire is here.
I'll
I'm gonna
start
check-
searching around over here-ish. I'll make an investigation to see if I can find a switch or anything.
Yeah, I'll look for one over on this end, on this side.
Where's everybody else looking?
I'll look.
I don't suppose Daniel has any insight on this.
I'll look over here.
Daniel does not.
Or over here. One of
Turn
these two.
God and
What are
Orphan.
these two?
What or what?
What are these?
Are these just tables?
Those tables with delicious bread.
This one is a table that has piping hot bread on it and 2 very, very large roasting pans. And this table here also has various foodstuffs on it.
Does
I'm
given
sorry, no.
this-
This table here has the butchered meat. This table here has the bread and the 2 large roasting pans.
You know, given our host's appetite for what she's requested to eat, and Khalil will look at Arik for a moment and then say, "Perhaps we shouldn't eat the meat."
No, but Eldove, looking into the oven, is there like a rack or something for these roasting pans?
Not when I was. I didn't see anything right now. Did I see anything like that when I was in the oven?
You see grooves along the side where the side of the pans might slide in.
Yeah, there were grooves for the pans.
And
I
on
mean,
the bottom
shot in
were
the
the 2
dark.
jets where the fire comes out of.
Shot in the dark. Do you want to try sliding these in there? See if maybe there's some sort of weird mechanism.
Sure, Tarin, are these pans magic?
Are they?
They are indeed.
Jaren nods.
All right,
They're
I'll take
enchantments.
I'll take one of the pans and slide it in.
And it's very heavy. It takes a lot of work. Eldove really struggles with it.
Khalil
To get the pan
Khalil
over.
sees him having problems. Khalil will assist.
Yeah,
Khalil,
Eldove
thanks.
and Khalil getting on either side of the pan managed to slide it into the oven. Fits real nice.
Does anything change?
No?
Does it
All right, I
block
take the pan
fire?
back out.
It does block the fire. The fire that comes up out of the bottom does not.
I mean, we could try just shimmying over it now, but I think that door is still pretty hot to touch.
I have a test I want to make first.
So do I.
First, I take a piece of bread and I put it into the fire. How long does it take to burn?
Moments.
I take a piece of bread and I put it into the pan.
So you gotta slide the pan back out, or you huck the bread into the oven?
Huck it right into the oven.
Okay, and it lands in the pan with a thud, and you watch it for a few moments, and nothing happens.
I think the pan's magic might be that's protecting whatever's in it.
Orphan's gonna take some of the meat and toss it on the pan as well.
Okay. Then it does not sizzle.
Hey, Brickroad,
Right.
just for completion's sake, 29 on investigation to check this area that my piece is at.
You have a very, very intimate understanding of this corner of the room.
Wonderful. But nothing in the way of switches to
What we should do is we should take one of these
deactivate
pans
the fire.
and
No.
make it into a set of armor.
So if somebody were to, in theory, try to scamper over that pan, is there anywhere for them to go?
Yeah,
Like-
go back
There's
there.
a door.
Is the
Does
door
it-
becoming less hot as the pan sits there and blocks the fire?
Nope.
I don't know, Eldove. You want to give it a shot? I mean,
Orphan can try and open the door.
With your
Yeah,
thaumaturgy.
she can try and do that from here.
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah,
most
let's
doors
give
in
that a
here
try.
Are actually, they're not. Most of them are not actually locked, so
Yeah.
it should work.
what kind
So
of
yeah,
door is that?
I opened it the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orphan uses thaumaturgy on the door in the back.
And it opens, and you see the blackness on the other side.
This
So-
is just a non-knocking door, right?
It's iron, but we can't
It
tell
was-
what color it is because it's red
So
hot.
are there flames licking up the sides of the pan?
There are.
Maybe what we're supposed to do is put someone in the pan and then slide it in. How big are these pans?
They are big enough for a human to sit in comfortably.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
So-
the meat
So
is
one
not
person
sitting on
goes
there
in.
without... Oh.
Probably two of you if you really squeezed in there. And probably Daniel and Arik and Khalil would probably have to go in by themselves just because they're wearing quite a bit of bulk on them as far as armor is concerned.
Is there anything in the room to push pans with or pull once they're already in the stove?
Yes. I forget
Yeah, so
exactly
like a
what
hook?
those devices are called, but yes.
So do I. That's why I was
They
saying anything to
are.
push or pull pans.
Like a pizza spatula?
I mean,
Like a
the,
hook?
the meat isn't currently sizzling, right?
It's not.
Right.
Tarin will just shrug and step over the pan and step through the door.
Well, now to be clear, you've got to go through Dragonfire to get into the pan where you
Oh,
want
I thought the pan was blocking the fire. That was my misunderstanding.
It was.
Fire
You,
came-
you slid it
the
all
pan
the
does
way
not
back
take
into
up
the
the
oven.
entire-
now. So,
Oh, okay,
It
I
doesn't
see.
take up the entire surface.
So you have to
So what
slide. Okay, you'd have to be on the.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what I'm
I
looking
get
for.
it. There isn't a second pan.
there's two pans.
If I put the second one in, will it block all the fire?
Yeah, can you put them on the same rack and just stack them?
No, only one fits in at a time.
Can you make a little ramp from the one pan up to the second pan?
You try
That'll
it?
block the fire.
How heavy are these pans without anyone in them?
Eldove struggles with them, but that's because Eldove is a wimp.
Right.
Khalil or Daniel could probably move them on their own. Or Arik. Or Tara.
I'm thinking what we do is we take one of those poles, right? We send someone through for the first time, and then we have that person on the other side mess with the pan. Like push it out and in.
Yeah, use the pole to push it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
let's
can
send
slide the
a,
pan back and forth.
so send a strong guy through first.
Oh, you know,
Okay.
it just calls them padded metal poles. So yeah, you're using a
Okay.
pole to push and retrieve the pan.
Yeah,
Tarin will go.
That's what we're doing.
this sounds work. Oh, Tarin.
Yeah,
I
because you
forget-
can always teleport if anything goes wrong.
I always forget Tarin is strong.
Me too.
Yeah, everybody,
So let's-
Eldove and Zook, working together could handle one of the pans, but they would have great difficulty doing it by themselves.
Okay, so this end, how about we have Orphan or Khalil or or whoever pull the pan out so that Tarin can get in the front of it,
Okay,
and then push
that's fine.
it to the back, and then open the door.
And when you pull the pan out of the oven, you note that the metal of it is completely cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
That makes
This is
sense.
the
Okay.
trick.
This is the plan.
Okay,
Pull
so
the-
Tarin gets in the
pull-
pan.
Pull the pan out and
I'll give him one of the poles.
Yep.
Okay.
Khalil pushes the pan back through.
And who's sitting in it? Tarin?
Yes.
Tarin goes into the oven with curiosity and a small amount of apprehension. And sure enough, just sitting inside of this pan, you feel relatively cool and comfortable. Though the dragon fire roars all around you.
All right, somebody push him to the back.
All right, we'll use the.
Khalil,
Yeah.
Khalil pushes it the rest of the way.
Okay, and Tarin, the pan slides into place, and you are now met with the open doorway.
Is there enough space for me to slide the pan back before I go through the door?
If you were to slide the pan away from the door without going through it, you would not be able to go through the door, because there would be dragon fire.
I'll step through the door.
And, okay. You arrive in a pitch black room with the Cyclops roaring and crashing around.
I will stab the pole back through and try and find the pan by moving it up and down, and when I find it, give it a good solid push.
And that happens, and eventually the rest of you guys, after a couple seconds, the pan gets pushed back outward.
All right, next.
Hey, that seems to work.
And I can see in the magical darkness, right?
You cannot.
Oh, really?
You cannot.
Oh, this must be that Night of Darkness bullshit.
Yeah,
I'll go through with him, and I'll hop into the pan.
So who's going through? Eldove and who?
I'll go with Eldove.
Okay.
Eldove and Zook.
Eldove and Zook, okay.
Yeah, you said 2 can go, so I'll go with him.
Do we have some method of hooking the pole onto the pan?
Yeah. So you can push or pull it.
Okay, so just because the last person to go through isn't going to be able to push themselves, so we'll be able to pull them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, let's go.
And you push Eldove and Zook forward. Everybody who goes through the door, I need you to just roll percentile dice and notate the number.
Okay.
Does that include Tarin?
Yes. Okay, and the pan comes pushed back out. Who's next?
All right.
We'll go. Do you want to come, Arik?
I think I'm too big. I think I need to go on my.
And
Yeah,
whoever's dice to his arm, move them.
Eric's wearing a
okay.
plate. He's got quite a bit of bulk to him.
Fred, then.
Yeah, Fred is dying to try out this pan.
All right, let's go, Fred.
Fred and Orphan climb in the pan. You push them through, and Fred goes whee.
Do you guys have your numbers recorded? Can I roll some of these dice?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead. I got
Not
mine.
the ones that are on my name. I don't have them recorded.
Wait, what?
I have 2 dice on my name.
Okay, gotcha.
And then who's next?
I'll go next.
Eric?
That was Orphan.
Yep.
And you
I thought
push.
Eric. Oh, okay. So Eric and so we just have Eric and Daniel with us, right?
Yeah.
It's just you and Daniel in the room after Eric goes through.
Yeah. Wee.
Daniel asks if you want to go last or if you want to go next.
I'll go last.
Very well, and he climbs in the pan,
Push him through.
and then he climbs through the door. And after a
All
few
right.
moments, the pan slides back out as somebody pushes it back through.
All right. I'll step into the thing. Make sure that the pole that's sticking through is hooked on the edge, and then I'll give it a few solid taps.
Okay, and on the other side of the door, Daniel feels it, and he pulls you back through.
I'll step through the door.
Okay. Who rolled percentile less than 25?
Zook.
Zook did? Who else?
Eric did.
Anybody else?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I think Eric. Did you say you did?
Yeah.
Eric did.
So, you all enter through this door, but it is once again pitch black. And again, you hear the crashing and roaring of the Cyclops in the room. Can't see an inch in front of your face.
Again, dark vision, 120 feet. No dice.
Does not avail you.
Nor does my ability to see in magical darkness, so... Yeah, this is...
Double magic.
Yep.
Using-
Anti-magical darkness.
With blind sense, do I have the impression that the Cyclops is within 10 feet of me?
You do not.
Okay. Well, then Zook's just going to hunker in the corner for now. I hope that the darkness lifts as on its own avail like it did last time.
Do we hear anything?
You do.
Besides
You
the
hear-
Cyclops?
The Cyclops.
I mean, it would be difficult to hear anything other than the Cyclops.
Could we just sidle around the backside of the room back over here?
You could. You
We
do,
know that the-
you do know the way.
Just
So,
go
yeah,
by
I think we
touch.
should just
Yeah,
do
let's
that.
all
Yeah,
let's all
just-
hold
Yeah.
hands and form a line.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah, Khalil will lead the way. Keep a hand on the wall.
Zook will take up the rear.
Okay.
Ah, door.
I feel so safe holding Khalil's hand.
Does anything happen in this?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time you get to the doorway over here, one of the giant pieces of rubble being smashed off one of the pillars on the other side of the room crashes into the wall above the company's heads.
Oh, good.
Zook,
Yes.
4 bludgeoning damage. And Arik,
That's not so
Ow.
bad.
Yeah.
2 bludgeoning damage as stone debris rains down on your head from above.
That's cool.
Ow.
It's hard
Sounds
to
like you
breathe
failed a
some more.
percentile die check.
Yeah.
And eventually you all make it back around the other side.
Khalil open the door. Oh, wait. Hold on. What kind of material was this door?
That's a good question. I forget what this door was. Hold on one second.
I'll check my notes. Oh wait, I can't read them.
Oh, that was a silver door that led back to the fountain room, or led back to the garden if we just opened it neutral. Do we just want to do that for now?
Yeah,
Probably
go to the
not.
greenhouse.
For the greenhouse?
Yep.
Okay,
Greenhouse seems relatively safe.
Yeah, I'd rather be there than here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
We can always come back through.
Okay.
Open the door, no knocks, and just through.
Okay, and you open and enter into the greenhouse, leaving the poor Cyclops to his fate.
Yep. That's
We can't help him right now.
Can't see shit.
We're gonna have to do something about that Night of Night.
And you enter through the northwest door of the greenhouse.
See, this door was the guest room. That was to Jazzy Baba's room, yes?
Yes.
And this is a silver door that we
Right.
can knock to get to places.
Okay,
No,
so
this door is glass, not silver.
Oh, right.
it's silver
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
other
yeah.
side. But so what is oh my god. What is the way that we want to go to try to get back to Dude Bro's armor?
How did we get to the armor in the first place?
I don't even remember what room it was in.
It's in
Okay.
the room with the ghost.
It was in the magic science room, I thought.
Oh, right.
No, the sword is in the magic science room.
No, the armor was in the room with the ghost. It
yeah,
was
the
in-
sword is in
There's
the
just a
science room.
bunch of armor. It was the
Yeah.
armor.
That's right.
With yeah,
Alright, we need to get there. We should get there first.
Do we have anything on here that says armory? Because I don't see it.
Okay, so Crazy Dream World, one of the ways it took us was the Terrible Armor World. So,
That's
in
right.
theory, if we want to go to the Crazy Armor World, that door will take us there. Or we just go through the east door.
Yeah.
So Crazy Dream World is where we'd want to go.
Yes, but I wasn't here for the session, and I'm not sure that session, so I'm not sure how you get in there in the first place.
So to get to Crazy Dream World, we go...
Silver leads to the Fountain Library Art. Gold leads to Fire Pits, Cross Shape Room, Candy Orchard Stables. Black Iron leads to Twisty Corridor, Incredibly
It was
Large
bronze.
Pagoda Room.
It was the bronze door in the cross-shaped room took us to Crazy Dream World.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, in
Right.
theory, we could do that from any
From any bronze door.
door, but we're not...
Jazzy Baba's Woods has a bronze door.
Oh, that's right across this door, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
let's
let's go that way to go to Jazzy Baba's. Then we'll do the bronze door.
Okay.
Jazzy Baba had a
Sorry.
bronze door.
Yes.
According to this.
Okay.
Totally
Was
did.
that the one that goes to the fountain, or to the room with the closets originally? I think that's the bronze one.
Yes,
Yeah, I
technically it's
believe
not a
so.
bronze door, it's a tree that has green leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
Entering Jazzy Baba's playroom. Hold on, let me get rid of the sardines here.
We know it's sardines.
You all know it's sardines at this point. You come in through the silver door over here. And as you enter, Jazzy Baba is sitting right in front of the door. Right here. And she watches you enter, and you hear her purring very, very loudly.
Oh, that cat being happy can't be a good sign.
Orphan will walk over and give Jazzy Baba some scritches.
Some scritches, and she ducks out of the way of your hand. Dives over to a nearby tree and scampers up into one of the branches.
What's going on, kitty?
And she says in her playful sing-song voice, "What will they pay me not to tell?"
Oh, what?
She
That
says,
we're here?
"My mistress has asked me to inform her immediately if you or any of your number arrived back at the hut. And we wouldn't want the mistress to be angry, would we?"
Mind blank. Arik, do you have create food or water today?
Nope.
And she dives from the branch of this tree over to the branch of this tree. And it circles back round and regards the party again, looking very expectantly.
The hell does a cat even want? We don't have an owl.
You should ask.
Okay. What would Miss Kitty like?
She says that depends on what you have.
I got some salted fish.
And she makes a choking sound. She makes like a gagging noise.
I have something interesting from a gnome village.
You just have it listed as something interesting. You do have it listed as just something interesting.
That
You
sounds
told
like
me I could do that.
I did.
And
That sounds like an excellent use for something interesting.
I offer her something interesting from the gnome village.
Well, you have to decide what it is then.
Um,
What did you buy in the gnome village that would be of interest to this cat?
that would actually make logical sense from a gnome
Yep.
village.
A live owl that I've been carrying around for 13 days.
Come back to me. I'm still looking to see if I have anything else.
I'll offer the curious object I got in Kiska.
Which is what? What is the curious object you got in Kiska?
Let's see. You said that this can just be like a thing that can come in handy when we need it, right?
Yeah, but you have to decide what it is at the time you
No,
need
no,
it.
I know. I'm just saying it can be whatever way I feel like it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say this is it's a small, like, I don't want to say it's a stuffed mouse because that seems a little too on the nose.
There's a toy room that already has.
Oh yeah,
Plenty of that.
no, but this is gonna be a catnip stuffed mouse or a toy.
So it's a toy that's stuffed with catnip?
Yeah.
Is what you have?
Yep.
An Orphan offers it up and Jazzy Baba looks at it. Orphan, make an insight check.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, I know. I have an idea.
I have decent insight. Yeah, that's a 21.
21. She turns her nose up at it and says, "Why would I be interested in that?" But you know she's lying.
I say, oh, if you're not interested, then I'll have to go and give it to the other cat.
No, I didn't say I wasn't interested. I asked why would I be interested in it.
Oh, I thought that, well, the cats around the marketplace where I bought it seemed to be very interested. They
And
went
she
wild for it.
seems a little put off, but it's not because you're comparing her to common cats. It's because of the realization that she has something in common with the common cats of the marketplace. As she says, "The price is fair, the Tiefling may pass."
I'll toss it over to her.
And she
That is
snaps it out of the
terrible
air with her
marketing.
jaw and sets it up next to her in a crook in the tree for the time being, and then she turns to the rest of the party. And the rest of you.
Oh, God.
Alright, so I have a object of curiosity, but I don't think it's from Kiska. I think it's from the one where the queen of wherever lived in the south.
The queen of wherever. Kaer Tyrell?
Kaer Tyrell, that's it.
Well, what do you have? What object of interest?
I have a small mechanical bird, a wind-up toy.
Oh, okay. What kind of bird?
What?
Probably just something really small, like a little sparrow or something. So I'll wind it up and let it, like, hop across the floor.
Well, you take it out to wind it up, and then Eldove grabs it from you. And I'm gonna make a sleight of hand check.
To do what?
Take the bird from him. That's an 18.
Do I oppose that with a sleight of hand, or is it a set DC?
I would oppose that with perception, not sleight of hand. To notice that he's about to take it and snatch it away from you.
I mean, that definitely beats my passive perception. Yeah, beats my active perception too.
Tarin's about to wind up this little sparrow, and Eldove reaches up and snaps it out of his hand. But Jaziama definitely noticed that Tarin pulled something out and seems very interested.
And I'm
she
gonna make
asks-
a performance check.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Tarin, you can't give that away. It's too important.
I don't know. I mean, well, but all of us really do need to cross.
That's
We only
a
have
16.
But
16?
I'll play into it. I'm gonna aid another. But all of us do
Yeah.
really need to cross, and I only have one. You know, I mean, it's probably the only one in the world from what the man in the bazaar told me.
Tarin, make a
Zook is
deception
gonna-
check. Hold on, Tarin, make a deception check, and if you pass, Eldove can throw another d20 on that performance.
My deception is actually quite good. Oh wait, no, wait, this is the one I'm not good at.
Regardless, make
Can
a
I-
check.
Diplomacy.
Can I aid
Yeah,
his
I'm
deception
looking.
so that he can aid my
Right now, all
performance?
Tarin gets to do is make a deception
my
check. Nobody
deception
else
is a
rolls
9.
anything right now.
That was a 9 on deception.
Was a 9. Okay, so you do not get to aid another because your lie is not very convincing.
Okay.
Eldove, your performance was 16. What is the performance?
And I'm gonna, and I'm like, it's far too valuable. It's not worth just letting one of us go across.
Okay, to be fair, that's not a performance. That would be deception.
All right, and then deception is a 16.
Is it 16? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same roll.
And Jazi Baba asks, what does the elf man have?
I still want to snatch it from him. You know what? Fuck it. Zook snatches it from him now.
Alright, that's sleight of hand versus perception.
I cannot make that.
You can't make it before my modifiers?
I doubt it.
So that's a 17 plus 11 is 28 plus another 6 because, yeah, that's a lot. It's the 30. It's impossibly fast.
So Eldove is trying to conceal this small wind-up sparrow from Jazi Baba when Zook suddenly leaps up and snatches it from his hands. And now
And
Zook
Zook-
has the sparrow.
Zook says, "No, you bastards! You can't go. You can't leave me behind. If anyone's giving it to her, it's me." Can I throw a deception on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. That becomes a 10, becomes an 18 deception.
And Jazi Baba is watching this item change hands, and you see this just light of just curiosity in her eyes.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say to Zook, and this is gonna be a deception roll, and I'm gonna say, fine, Zook. What if we agree we'll give it up, but only if all of us can cross? That's a 25.
Nice.
Are you trying to deceive me, or this is to her?
I'm just trying to deceive the cat.
That's what I figured. Okay, that's why I
Yeah.
wasn't reacting. And Zook will he's making himself look very small and trying to protect it as best as he can. He says, "I don't know. Do you think she would do that?"
Zook, your passive perception is 18?
My passive is 18, yeah.
Jossie Baba leaps down very suddenly, very quickly from the tree, and tries to snatch the thing out of your hands. But you whirl around, and she lands on the ground next to you. And when she realizes that you're too quick for her, she sits there, and she looks up a little piteously.
And Zook will look down at her and say, well, you heard what he said. This is so valuable. If we give it to you, you really got to let us all pass. It's the most valuable thing we have.
And she says, "Fine, if I like it, I will not tell." And she holds up her paw and says, "I promise."
Scouts on her.
I think we should all make an insight check.
Actually, that's not a bad
That's
idea.
not a
Zook
bad
will do an
idea.
insight.
I'll let one of you make the insight check for the group.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that should be
Okay.
Arik then.
I got the +7 to it.
Oh,
I have
or-
plus 9.
Okay, go ahead.
I have +8 and a skill monkey, so...
Yeah, let's let Zook do it.
it.
Well, Eric already rolled it. What did Eric roll?
Okay.
14.
14. Eric, you get the sense between this interaction with Jossie Baba and other interactions that she's not totally loyal to Baba Yaga.
Right.
No one is.
You get
How
the
about
sense
I-
that she doesn't necessarily want to tell Baba Yaga anything.
Okay.
How about I sweeten
Alright.
the deal? Khalil will take out the empty snuff box that he used the last session, and point to the catnip mouse that Orphan gave her. And say, "You'll need something to put that in, I'd imagine." Snuff box. Present the snuff box.
And she says, "Yes, yes, I will take the box and whatever the gnome is holding."
All right, and then Zook will...
Make sure not to break it if you can't fix it. You know what happens to things that you kill.
What does Zook do?
Zook, he's still trying to look like very protective of what he's doing, and he kind of turns his back to her, and he winds up the little sparrow. And then, is this a hopping sparrow? Is
Yeah,
that
it
what you said?
hops. It's brass with feathers on the wings.
Okay. So Zook winds it up very carefully, and he turns around, and he still has it cupped in his hands, and he puts it on the ground and lets it go, so it'll sort of hop out of his hands.
And it hops out of
the
his
ground.
hands and begins hopping around on the grass, and Jossie Baba looks delighted.
So we may pass?
And she pounces on it, and it stops moving. And then she implores you to show her how it works.
And Zook will show her how the winding mechanism works. And then sets it on the ground and lets it start hopping around again.
And again, she quickly pounces on it until it winds down.
Khalil will set the,
Alright, we should
snuff
get
box
outta here.
down next
Yeah.
to the catnip mouse.
And
And,
as soon as she has her new toy to play with, you no longer interest her.
Okay, cool. I was gonna
Let's
say,
go.
yeah, let's go.
Orphan's gonna make one last chance to scratch the cat.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no.
No.
She gets advantage on all dex saves versus scritching.
Okay.
And Orphan's gonna be super disappointed when she runs away again.
Supernatural scritching attempt.
And she does. She loses all interest in you as soon as she has her toys.
Alright, we'll head over to the tree, and I'll knock on it since I have it open.
Alright,
What
delete
knock?
the snuff box.
And the knock is... One second, I had it open.